I'm Dave with EVM Media. We're here at the Justice Conference in Bend once again with a good friend, Dave Rogers of Operation Ransom. Now, it used to be called ransomware. And what Dave and his organization do is they get women out of slavery, out of sexual slavery in overseas.
Yes, Nepal, India in particular.
Okay. Now, ransomware was so called because the women that are ransomed out of slavery make these items, articles of clothing, the hats and the gloves and the scarves, and they sell these, and they use the money to rescue more women. It's amazing, amazing ministry. So tell me what's going on. You've changed the name, first of all.
We've changed the name. Ransomware basically kind of focused on the clothing aspect, which is a major part, but we do so much more. And so Operation Ransom really helps us to tell the story a little bit more of what we do. It's not just clothing. We do a lot of preventative education, the rescue aspect. We have been on the borders where we have border surveillance units. In fact, our group in Nepal, we're stopping documented 1,425 girls every month from being taken out of Nepal and into India. Those are girls that never reached the brothel. They were never sold. They were never abused. And so that's over 17,000 a year. And that has been very successful. We have now stepped back from it. It's self-sustaining. They're doing a great job. It's local people running this operation to help rescue their own people.
Now, think about those numbers for a minute. We're talking 1,425 women out of one country every month that, if Operation Ransom wasn't doing their work, would wind up in the sex trade. Folks, we got to do something about that. We've talked to others, and you've seen the interviews here on EVM Media about what's going on with organizations like Operation Ransom to do something about getting involved and stopping this horrific violation of these women's lives. So how could people get involved?
Well, there's a number of ways. First of all, we come at this a little bit different approach. It's an investment. We invest in people. And we're looking for an investment that will become self-sustaining. Because of that, we take our funds and we put those into people, into lives, and not into advertising, marketing. So word of mouth is huge. On the internet, Facebook, connecting with us, getting on our email, sending it out to your friends, huge. It helps us a lot. Another way is a prayer. We can always use that. We need it. We're in some of the darker areas. In fact, a lot of the stuff we've done have been behind terrorist lines. We've gone back behind those lines, Maoist insurgency areas. Don't know why. That's just where we've been able to get to. A lot of places haven't people haven't wanted to go there. So we can always use prayer. We can use some talent and help. Funds are always important. A lot of people say, I don't have a lot of money. What can I do? Well, if winter's coming around and you need a hat, you can go down to the local store and buy one, or you can buy one of ours.
How much are these?
We have these on sale right now. These are
at the Justice Conference.
At the Justice Conference, $12. We are actually phasing out of these, so we're going to keep the price. And we don't just have animal hats, we have other kinds also.
Scarves?
Yeah, we've got some pretty cool ones that are hats and scarves. Put that around. But I mean, they all have nice lining, they're handmade, great story. Buy a hat and help save, help rescue a girl, change a life. So, that's another way. We have what we call the $8 campaign. Some people, they're giving up a couple of their coffee drinks a month to support us with $8. And $8 might not seem like much here in the U.S., but it's a lot overseas where we're working.
You can do a lot with $8 American in some of these impoverished countries.
Absolutely. And of course, if your friends are doing that too, $8 adds up pretty quick. So we've moved over into Operation Ransom. We've changed our name, and it tells a little bit more of what we're doing. Our next project will be in India, and we are looking for niches. We, as an investor, we look at the whole field of what's going on, and we've seen a lot of groups that are rescuing girls, and they get on the internet and they tell everybody, hey, we just rescued 25 this week, send your money. And people are sending money, and they next week they go out and they rescue another 25. What they're not telling you sometimes is the 25 they rescued, they put out on the streets, so they have room to go get another 25. And so there are some places where girls are rescued, and within 2 weeks they're back on the streets. And they end up back in the brothels, they get beaten for leaving, and the next time some group comes around that really wants to rescue them, and they're legit, they're telling the other girls, don't go with them. This is what happened to me, don't do it. And it's really causing some problems. So we are looking at a facility, and it's similar to a college facility with dorms, where these guys are going to do this anyway, so I want to approach them and say, can we partner? You want to rescue them? Let's give the girls an option. They can go back on the streets, or they can come live with us for a year or two, and we'll take them. And that takes the rescue effort out of our hands. Somebody else is already doing it, and we can focus more on the rehabilitation and reintegration, as we teach them and empower these girls to get back in life.
Okay, stand here so we can see the logo. The new logo is Operation Ransom, and it used to be ransomware, but it's Operation Ransom to be more inclusive of what they're doing here. I've known Dave for 5-6 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And they're doing an awesome work. What's your website?
Website is operationransom.com.